This is Colin from Fit to Thrive, and I wanted to share today. I was going to talk about adventures, metabolism, and nutrition, how they're all linked. And it's because I love exploring how the body works and nutrition and metabolism, all these things. It's fantastic. But what I find is that if you try and micromanage the body, micromanage your food, you generally cause more harm than good. The reason is because if you look at animals, they're doing what we used to do, which is just live in the environment as it is. They will adapt if they aren't getting what they need. They will naturally adapt. But generally, they will just eat what's available and they'll find out what works. And while that seems a scary thing to do, because we don't do that anymore, we're used to the ways we eat, it is where we come from, and I like to remember that. So adventures are about ways of getting back to that, but of course, I love modern life. I like what we have. So it's more about, I wanted to show you that nutrients themselves actually have effects on other nutrients. They're very, very complicated. So let the body manage them. That is why what you're looking at is a citric acid cycle. There are hundreds of these, really more thousands. And you've got, was it 37, 27, whatever, trillion cells in your body. This is going on that many times. And each of those cells interrelates to other cells. They all do different things. So it's massively complicated. So the idea that if you just ate one thing or another, or you had a specific way of eating, it's going to give you everything, that's silly. You've just got to be you and be the best you. So adventures are a way of going through your life and just thinking, well, have bits of fun, be you, but also make mistakes. Also try different things out. See how it works. Just checking. Yeah, we are recording. Okay, bro. So in here, I'm showing more of the complex areas. I wanted to show the Krebs cycle. That's complicated, isn't it? Adenosine triphosphate, because that's actually how you get energy. That's how you use energy and obtain it. And chlorophyll, we know, is how you get energy from the sun. These are already complex things, and these two things, ATP and chlorophyll, okay, both use magnesium to get the job done. Chlorophyll uses magnesium to get to get ions from light and turn that into food that we can eat. The citric acid cycle, turns that energy into ATP. It's a way of doing it. It actually has vitamins inside it. There's flavins. There are nicotinamides in there. They are vitamins. There are lots of other things in there as well. You see all sorts of things here. It's very complicated. But that's an example of, well, just eat stuff and make sure you get these things in it. So the vitamins are tiny amounts of things. Magnesium's a tiny thing. It isn't anywhere near as big as, and we don't need it as much as energy, carbs or fats. But if you don't get them, you die. It's that serious. And I wanted to tie in why. So with the adenosine triphosphate, you've got magnesium here again. I'm showing it on Wikipedia because then you can just go and look yourself. I want you guys to see. I don't expect you to be complete scientists and really get into it. I'm still learning all the time. But I'm covering things I was never covered. It was never put all together in one space. You are that complicated. You can already see from this is insanely complicated. And this is just a normal, tiny little lesson in biology. There's loads more to discover. But no one out there is selling one food that will do it all. And we never had all this stuff available. We just used to have to go out, eat, and our bodies would make it work. So I wanted to show you how and why you eat green stuff, because it gives you the magnesium that allows this to work. ATP, which is one of your most basic carriers of energy, requires magnesium. If you don't get it, it's not going to work very well. And there's loads of it in anything that captures light from the sun. That's good to know. Okay. So really the quick summary, because I want to keep this short. Metabolism is far too complicated to micromanage it. We're hunter-gatherers, so we need to hunt and gather. That's what we should be doing, which is why I talk about adventures. We can still do it now. We just don't value the tiny things. They seem inconsequential, but they have more impact than you realize. Your body is always adapting to the challenges it experiences. And it's those adaptations that you want. You need to tell your body what you need by doing what you want. That's always my principle here. Just do what makes you happy, because your body is doing this stuff all the time. I go back to the citric acid. It's doing things like that all the time. Don't worry about it. Let it get on and do what you're supposed to do, because then all this stuff will work fine. I can give you tons of stats, but really what you want is, what I needed was, how the hell do I do it? I need tons of info, but I couldn't actually do it. I still got injured. I still didn't eat foods that I enjoyed. I didn't know how to follow the rules they talk about, but actually enjoy doing it. That's what this is about. So vitamins are in the Krebs cycle. Minerals, like magnesium, are used throughout metabolism. So they're used in the electron transport chain. As magnesium ATP is always shortened to ATP, but magnesium is fundamentally important in there. Okay? And the point of Fit to Thrive is it's about using your time in this life well. That is the journey that I have been focusing on for decades now, and I've noticed no one's pulling it together. Because it's so complicated, we break it down, but that means that literally the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. You will find doctors don't know what exercise physiologists are doing. Physiologists don't know what doctors are doing. And I've had both explain to me how to fix diabetes type 2. And it's absolutely in the science, and I've known it for 25 years. And you might hear the frustration in my voice that you feel like no one will listen. This is me trying to break that down. So I know my kids won't get that because of how I'm going to raise them and how I am raising them. But there's loads of things that can get in your way and cause problems. So there's a lot of information to share. So this is my way of breaking it down. So I don't expect you to know this stuff, but this helps you understand why you should eat the food that people tell you is good for you, and why the adventure is in learning how to love it. That's what your life's about. You know generally what to do, but how the hell do you actually do it and enjoy it and want to do it again and afford it? That's what this is about. So I want to get to the end of my life, being able to look back and be at peace with the life I could have led, or I have led, and having a decent go of my life's bucket list. Yes, I am reading off of my script because I need one, don't I? You can see I waffle. But that is the point. I know I could have said it other places, at least I've got it said now. The point of what we're doing here is to figure out how to enjoy all the things that we know we need, so that we do them, because if you enjoy them, you do them. All right, so this is still a nice long video, but it says what I wanted to say. Thanks for listening, guys. Like, subscribe, put comments down there. How can I make this better, more fun, more interesting? Hopefully I've made the point. Your body is so complex, but so well made. You don't need to obsess about the stuff you put in it all the time. If you're strong enough, you can actually deal with a lot of stuff that's bad and you'll be absolutely fine. And you can do it now. You can do it with whatever money you have. You can do it whatever time you have. That's been my goal. Now I'm confident because I did it with myself. I had very little time, very little money. I've managed to do it. And it's not obvious. You don't look at me and think, wow, this guy's really healthy. Because things on me wobble. You know, that's basically the way people talk about stuff. But that's life. Because I like food too much. I really enjoy it. And I'm going to spend my life enjoying really good food. And I'm trying to show you how I will make choices that are good for me. And veg is an excuse for cheese and bacon, for example. Because if I have the veg, I can deal with the citric acid cycle. I know that'll be fine. I know all the vitamins and minerals will be coming through. But the cheese will make it fun. The bacon will make it fun. Often because they contain salts and fats. Lots of other things. That's a cooking lesson. I've had a lot and I've enjoyed it. So until the next one, I hope you enjoyed this. I think I might be getting better at these, but we'll see. Yeah, see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.